Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I must have been in a bad reception area or something, so I had to chill out. Plus, my phone is kind of acting wacky right now. It was really glitchy, and even just like resetting it was really glitchy. So, welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. I know that some of you guys are going to start dropping in here soon, so I will wait before I jump into the subject matter. But today we're going to be talking about boredom, right? And the feeling of unfulfillment and how to either reduce it or eliminate it entirely. How about that? So welcome to the conversation. Hi, Danielle, Jonay, Alfonso. Welcome back, everybody. This is Morning Talks with Ro. Start your week right. It's a beautiful day today in Cali. I'm going to see if I can show you guys. Look at this beautiful blue sky. I know you guys know that we've been having insane fires. When I tell you I was blown away by the pictures that I saw, hey, on the 405, I was like, we drive that freeway all the time. And I saw one of my friends post a live video and the whole hillside was on fire. I was like, I couldn't wrap my mind around that. It was amazing to see. So I know that they're still battling it out in some areas. So I'm sending love out to everybody who's dealing with that. Everybody who's been displaced right now during the fire, sending love out to you. And I have my prayer timbers up all the time. So that's that, but it's a beautiful day today. It's not smoky. It's a clear sky. I mean, we barely have any clouds in the sky. It's really, really beautiful. So good morning. Hey, Taz. Good morning, Troy. Good morning, Delmar. Welcome to the conversation. This is Morning Talks with Ro. Starting your week right. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So this is, in continuation with what I was talking about in the last video before we got interrupted with all that crazy reception or lack thereof. Who won the morning today? Who got up and did their routine for success? Who did whatever it is they feel they need to do or they want to do in order to put themselves in a place of empowerment, to tackle the day and see the results you want to see in your day the way you want to? Good morning. Who won the morning that's in this chat right now? If you did, put it in the comments. Let me know that you won the morning. You did what you needed to do in order to get the results that you want to get. You focused. I don't know what you needed to focus on. Was it a book or an inspirational video or, a morning talk with your mentor or prayer or meditation, or just sitting in silence? Who practiced the art of silence that we talked about from last week? Delmar said he did for sure. Awesome. Welcome to the conversation, Brandy. Hey, Jay. I'm doing well, Delmar. I won the morning. I got up. I was tired. But it's not to say you're not going to be tired. We have to push through the tiredness and do what we need to do in order to see the results we want to get. If you study any of the champions, most champions in any field who are dominating their field, they always speak about winning the morning, having a morning routine. How they start their day is crucial to their level of productivity, to their ability to focus, to their ability to feel confident about tackling the day and making things happen within the day. It is so crucial to win your morning. Who won their morning today? And if you didn't win your morning, put in the comments why. Why didn't you win your morning? Did you wake up and turn over and check your social media? Was the first thing that you checked your email? Did you take a phone call this morning that totally threw you off from, being in alignment with, starting your day out focused and focusing on your goals? Who didn't start the morning right? And then if you didn't start the morning in the way you want to or you need to in order to see better results, how does it have you feeling? Put that in the comments as well. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. This is Morning Talks with Ro. I am trying to do this consistently for right now. 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. EST every Monday to help you start your week right, help you start your Monday right, and hopefully bring you some information that you find valuable, that you can take away from this conversation and immediately use to enhance the quality of your living. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Michael says, good morning. Have you been back home lately? Are you still touring with In Vogue? Good truth. Hello. Yes, I am home right now. I'm in LA. It's beautiful. The skies are blue. Really mild weather. I'm not sure what it's going to raise up to, but it's really pretty right now. And yes, In Vogue has slowed down just a little bit during the holiday season. We have a show coming up in Houston. It's like a regular concert with a Christmas twist. So if anybody is in Houston, come and see us. Come check us out. And then I get to go spend time with my family in Alabama. That's where my roots are at. I'm from Chicago, but my family's roots are in Alabama. So I'm going to go spend some time there. I might swerve a little bit, go spend my New Year somewhere else. So I'll be moving around. Okay, let's see. It's great. It's my pleasure, Jay. And thank you for that feedback. Good morning, Gary. Welcome back to the conversation. Hey, Marquita. So, and like I said before, we were talking about who won the morning. If anybody's in this room, that in this chat, that feels like they won the morning this morning, because I can't stress to you enough how important and crucial that is for your success. You know, when I study all these champions, when I study people who are dominating the fields that they're in, their routines for success are paramount. Like, that is what drives them. That's what keeps them focused. That's what keeps them confident. You know, and because we're creatures of habits as human beings, we need something that keeps us on track with ourselves. We need structure. We need discipline. Discipline is our ally. You know, once you put discipline in your life, you'll see that you actually appreciate it. And when you get away from it, you want to get it back in your life. It's amazing. Let's see what else you're saying. Waking up and thanking God that not too many got hurt at Times Square from the bomber. Oh, my goodness. I haven't heard about that. On vacation and worked in the area. Okay, beautiful. Where are you vacationing? New Year's in Vegas? No, you know what? I think I might stay in the South, Danielle. I think I might stay in the South, maybe even spend New Year's in Atlanta. I'm not sure. I think I am sure, but yeah, I think I might stay in the South. Okay, so who else, before we, move into today's topic of boredom and unfulfillment and how to cure it, who practiced the art of silence that we talked about from last week? Whether it's reducing the distractions that you have in your world via, putting yourself on a limited amount of time that you allow yourself to check your email and check your social media, and also a limited amount of time that you actually spend in those places. Who did that experiment and what did it mean to you? Were you more productive? Was it really difficult to pull off? Did you try it and you failed at it? Did you try it and you kind of semi-successful? Like, if anybody practiced the art of silence, also meditation. If you practiced that from last week's talk, I want to hear about it. Good morning, Thaddeus. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, so I want to hear about your experiment with the art of silence. And then what else did I want to know? And then who else took a bold step towards making one of your dreams or goals happen? Who did something radical? Who did what they didn't want to do so that they could see the results they want to get? Who did the hard work of getting up in the morning when they didn't feel like getting up in the morning? Who ate the foods that they needed to eat to see their weight goal through? Who made the phone call that they were afraid of? Wrote the email that they were afraid of? Reached out to the mentor or the business person that you want to connect with? Who did the scary thing and saw results from that? Even if you didn't see the results you wanted to see, I just want to know if you took a bold step. And how did that turn out? Let's see. More of a staycation after doing your radio show on the... Okay, cool, man. Awesome. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Good morning. Okay, Neil says she did the radical. Revamped your production for your team for your second project. Awesome. Awesome. Who else took a radical, bold step towards their dreams? And it doesn't have to be some huge step, you guys. I don't want you to think that in order to be successful, you got to take like these steps that are so amazing in order to see your goals come into fruition, in order to see them manifested. Chipping away. You know how big I am. If you follow any of the things that I do, I always say chip away, because I know the power of doing a little bit to get a lot later. You may not take like the super biggest bold step, but sometimes you don't want to do that because you may overwhelm yourself, then shut down and not take the next step. So I'd rather you take the chip away at it, take the small step, even do what you're less capable, even do less than what you're capable of, so that you know that you can give yourself a small reward for what you're doing, and then you'll be willing to take the next step, especially when it comes to stuff like losing weight. You know what I mean? If you go in and just kill yourself when you get to the gym, you might not want to go back, you know, because you're like, that was too painful. I overexerted myself now. And now you got a warped sense of what it means to get in there and do the work that you need to do in order to see the results you want to see. You could still go and do 15 minutes of cardio and do that every day, right? And see the results, but it might take a little longer, but at least you'll get there. You don't want to overwhelm, do too much, and shut yourself down. Okay, let's see what else you've been saying. Good morning, you guys. Okay, Shanika says she's been super productive lately. Awesome. Okay, so today, and keep talking to me in the comments. I'm going to read them. You know, if you guys have had some successful weeks, or you've taken some successful steps towards getting your goals done, I want to celebrate you. I think it's so important that we acknowledge ourselves, and that we acknowledge each other, and we give each other a pat on the back even. No kidding, I literally pat myself on the back like, bro, that was great. I go all the way the extra mile to give myself little, you know, even this is an anchor. Patting myself on the back is a physical anchor. You know, something that lets me know that I'm sending a certain message with this certain touch. So I've programmed myself. I've conditioned myself to know that when I do this to myself, I've done a great job. You can do that for yourself. You can create anchors, is what they call them. And if you do it enough and you associate it enough with something positive, every time you touch yourself in that area, or somebody else touches you in that area like that, it'll remind you of that thing that you've programmed yourself with. Is that powerful? It's powerful. Okay, Gary says, yes, believe in setting immediate attainable goals. Small steps, as you say, so don't get overwhelmed with the big picture. Vision of where you want to go. That purpose will help create focus, and I doubt you'll ever before. I don't know if I read that correctly, but it sounds like you're saying definitely take the small steps. Don't overwhelm yourself. Have a vision, and that will create the focus and purpose. Awesome. Thank you, Gary. That's your method that you use in all situations on a daily basis. Awesome. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. We're talking about winning the morning, how important that is, how crucial that is to your success. We're also talking about whether anybody practiced the art of silence from last week, meditation, or reducing or eliminating distractions so that you can be more productive, you can be more focused, you can be more successful, right? Okay, let's see what else you're saying. You partnered with another organization to travel in different states to go speak. Congratulations, Marquita. I mean, do you want me to always just dote on you? I'm so proud of you. And if you want to share, Marquita, your story, or if you don't mind if I share your story, because I know it's very near and dear to your heart, and you know that, you know, it really has challenged you in your life. Just let me know in the comments. Either you say it or you say, Coach Ro, you tell everybody. But I'm really proud of that lady. Really proud of you. Okay, that is when I feel like I need to boost or advice, you pick up the phone and call Blair if you ever find yourself lost. Awesome. That means that you have a go-to anchor of support. You have created, that's like a tool. Having our friends, having a support system around us that we know we can call on when we need to get into a certain space of being, a certain pace of thinking and creating is so powerful. Create your space for success. Create the environment for success for yourself. So huge. So huge. Good stuff. One more major change. It took 4 months, but now you're a pescatarian. Awesome. Congratulations. A pescatarian, everybody, is someone who only eats seafood or fish. No other animal flesh. You know? Okay. Good morning, Ty. Congratulations. Yes, thank you, Shanika, for congratulating Marquita. Okay, so let's hop into today's topic. You know I take my notes. Hello. So who in this chat, I'm sorry for all the noise in the paper. I mean, it just really wants to be a part of the conversation. Who in this chat suffers from or just feels like they're bored more often than not, or more often than they want to be bored, or you just have a feeling of unfulfillment in your life? If you want to be honest and step up and really engage us in the conversation so that we can all grow from your share, please put your stuff in the comments for me. Okay, let's see. Lobe says, are you planning on acting anymore? You should also have your own talk show more. I am, Lobe. You know, right now I'm focused on music, but the door is always open for the acting to kind of come back in and do whatever it's going to do. I'm very interested to see how that's going to pan out in my immediate future. Okay, sure, Coach Ro, I don't mind that you can share. You never know how much my story can help others. Bless up. So really quickly, a swerve for my girl, Marquita, who just said that she is partnering with a company to go and speak in different places around the country. Marquita has dealt with molestation, rape, and by a family member, and was not supported in sharing that with her family, and has dealt with that quiet little, I was almost going to call it it's just been something that has really challenged her for years. And I don't know if anybody else in this space has dealt with something like that, but it's already difficult to deal with it, right? But it's to add insult to injury. It could be very difficult to deal with it, and you don't even have the support of your family. No one's listening. No one believes you. And so you're in this space as a child with nowhere to turn. And because you have this experience and you have no outlet, it breeds all kinds of behaviors in you that act out in your environment that may not be in your best interest. And Marquita has had to deal with that for years. And as an adult, recently, in recent years, she finally has been able to talk about it. I have walked with her in helping her to unpack her stuff and see what's there and do the growing, do the healing, do the crying, do the everything that you need to do in order to start coming into your power. And she has now established something called the Healing Wound. Love that name. The Healing Wound. And she is starting to speak all over the country. She has been taking bold steps, the steps I'm talking about, the stuff that's difficult. She's been doing the work. She's been digging into her emotional self. She's been digging into her past so that she can live more fulfilled in her present. She's been willing to let go. She's been willing to forgive. She's been willing to say it's okay, even though it doesn't always feel okay, so that she can become okay. And I'm just so proud of you. So if anybody has dealt with that, and they're looking for support, and they're looking for a place to feel okay to express themselves, talk to Marquita. And if you're looking for support, talk to me. I'm here for you as well. But yes, bravo to Marquita. I'm so proud of her. I mean, that's a lot to deal with, and to not have the support of your family, the people around you that you care about, the people around you that you hope can save you even from something like that. She didn't have it. And she's finally been able to face it and deal with it and go through the real healing process as an adult woman. And now, because she keeps being willing to push the envelope, because she keeps being willing to push her boundaries, she is a speaker. She's writing, she's been wanting to write this book. She's created her foundation, The Healing Wound. I am so proud of you. Hey, Jay, good morning, everybody. Okay. Thank you guys for supporting Marquita. Marquita also went through Personal Power University and has been an amazing blessing to me, as well as everybody at PPU. I'm going to be starting the next round of transformation in January. So if you're thinking about it, if you think it's something you want to do, holla at your girl. Okay, so let's talk about some things that we can do to either alleviate or eliminate completely boredom and unfulfillment. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. I don't want to miss this. You are speaking truth. It's really hard to heal in life without confronting your truth. Wounds do heal. Bless up. By the way, love the news. Haha. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you like it, Eric. Okay. So boredom. Who in this chat feels like they deal with boredom way too often? Or who in this chat feels unfulfilled in their lives? I have a couple tips, a couple suggestions that you can try immediately, right? Because we don't want to leave the sight of a goal without doing something towards its accomplishment, right? If we wait, we're procrastinating, it ain't gonna happen. Y'all know how that goes. So take action immediately. When we get off these videos, I hope every time that we speak, you guys take these tips and you implement them some way in your life. Put them in your life. Test them out. See how they feel. Come back and give me some feedback. Be like, Ro, that didn't work at all. Or Ro, actually, that was dope. I'm glad you told me about that. Tell me what's going on when we have these talks. Okay. So, as much as I am a supporter of having a routine for success, because I know the power in it, I know how important it can be, I also don't want you to get stuck in routines. Okay? So some routines are very, very powerful. They're very supportive. They're very necessary. They're a great tool for you to use in order to stay on track with yourself, to stay focused, to stay believing in yourself, to create confidence for yourself. Routines for success create confidence, right? But then there's other routines that you're in, and you know what those routines are, right? That keep you in a rut, that have you experiencing what they called back in the 80s in that movie, Groundhog Day. Something that you experience over and over again. Matter of fact, the days just start running together because you're doing the same thing, right? Or a behavior pattern that you have that is just on remote control, that you know it's not serving your highest good, but you do it anyway because you're on remote control. Get out of your routines. What do you think you need to stop doing that is having you to experience a lot of the same stuff over and over and over again? And because of that, it's causing boredom and or a feeling of unfulfillment for yourself. Is anybody experiencing that? The Groundhog Day, so to speak. You do the same thing day in, day out. It's become so routine that it's just bored. It's just boring. Your life is boring. You feel unfulfilled. You don't feel purposeful. You don't feel engaged. You don't feel enthusiastic about your day. You don't feel like, you don't feel joy, real joy. Is anybody in here feeling that? I am encouraging you to do away with that boring routine. You know we're creatures of habit. You know how much I drive that point home because it's the truth. So if you allow yourself to get stuck in a cycle, you want it to be something, if it's going to be a cycle that you're stuck in, how about making it something that empowers you? How about instead of being in a Groundhog Day of the same old, get into a routine of doing something different every week. Challenging yourself differently. I'm going ahead of myself, but let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, welcome to the conversation, everybody. Okay, go out more often. Who's couch potatoing it? Any couch potatoes in here? Anybody that's you know, just not going out, just going home after work and that's it? Would it be better if you found something productive to do? You know, would it be better if you enrolled in that cooking class? What about a salsa dancing class or a ballroom dancing class where you could also meet other people, expand your social circle? Is it time to kind of break out of your shell? Are you afraid to get out in the public? Why? You know, are you afraid to engage with other people? Why? Talk to me, you guys. You know, so get out more often. If it's something that you know that is challenging for you to do, which is to get out, engage yourself, meet new people, go ahead and do the uncomfortable. Because every next level in your life is going to involve some measure of uncomfortability. One, just because it's a mystery. You've never done it before. And usually as much as we like certainty in life, a lot of us want that, you know, something that gives us structure. We also need uncertainty to keep things adventurous, to keep things interesting. You need certainty and uncertainty in your life in order to live a life that is fulfilling. Okay, let's see what you're saying. It's time for you to become a part of the Houston arts community. Awesome. With all of your trash talk as a poet. Oh, you're shy, Neo? Girl, wow. You seem like you have and you do, a robust personality that is interesting to hear you say. But yes, that's even a greater reason for you to challenge yourself and get out there. You're an exceptional poet. You're very talented, right? So yes, that, as a matter of fact, if I can pull a Coach Rowe on you right now, I am challenging you to go to that art center this week. And if you will, come back to Morning Talks with Rowe and let me know how it went. Push yourself this week. Do the uncomfortable. Let's see what you're saying. Eric says, I unfortunately had to incorporate people in that thought. Day by day, the same. I had to realize that in order to grow with this thing called life, you have to change not only your surroundings, okay, now speak on it, but people. And yes, I did the uncomfortable. I dropped everyone and decided to rebuild me. Wow. So, wow. How are you feeling about that now? And are you in the middle of it, or do you have the results of, making that choice? What has it meant to your life and what you're experiencing now? Okay, let's see. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Good morning. You agree with Neo. You need to get out in the community also. Awesome. I mean, a lot of the times, isn't it interesting? We just need to be encouraged with the thought to do that. We forget, we get stuck in our routines and stuck in our ways of being that we forget to engage life, to get out in it, right? And live it. Okay, hey Shirley. Let's see what else. Spice things up. This is basically what we're talking about. What can you do that would get you connected to others? I think another thing I was saying is to get new friends. There's that song by Drake, he said, no new friends. Actually, I think it's the opposite. You do want some new friends. Expand your social circle. What can you learn from somebody outside of your current social circle that can add to your perspective? It can stretch your perspective. What can you, what other new things can they introduce you to that right now you're not even aware of because you haven't allowed yourself to meet someone new? What has you afraid, if you're afraid to meet someone new? What has you afraid to do that? And what has you protecting yourself so much that you won't do that? That's something good to get in touch with. Why have you gotten okay saying, I'm cool with my people, I don't need no more friends? Because, a lot of us say that. But why? Because expanding your social circle, I'm sure you've heard this phrase, your network is your net worth. So if you're closing yourself down from meeting other people, what other opportunities are you shutting down because you're doing something like that? What new ways of thinking and being and doing are you not allowing yourself to explore because you have adopted this thought that I don't need no new friends? I'm good the way I am. Are you protecting yourself from something? Have you just gotten on remote control and saying it because other people said it sounded cool, and you never really examined the why behind you saying something like that? It's interesting, right? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Eric says, I feel free for the first time in a long time, and doors are opening in the right direction. Awesome. So that means it's giving you good results. That's good stuff. Danielle says, I couch potato it sometimes, but you work crazy hours. Are you working crazy hours for someone else, or is that on your dreams, Danielle? And by doing things and being in the routine that you're in currently, is that setting you up for the future you want to live? Is that setting you up for the now, that you want to live? Are there dreams that you're neglecting or putting on the back burner? Tell me about that, because I might have a thought. Tony, welcome to the conversation, darling. How are you? Okay, so what else to cure boredom and unfulfillment did I write down? Learn something new every month. Can you learn something new every month? As a matter of fact, if you, write it down. Put yourself on a grid. Get you 12 boxes or 12 columns. And for each month, say what you want to learn new in that month. Would that not cure boredom and a sense of unfulfillment? If you chose to consciously learn something new every month, what could you pull on to your arsenal of the things that you believe, or the things that you see possible for yourself, or the new people and walks of life that you would be able to connect with just because you're expanding your scope? Powerful stuff. Danielle says, someone else, I work at a restaurant in on Las Vegas Strip. Okay. You like that? Learn something new every month, right? Isn't that powerful? If we just consciously chose to learn something new every month. I mean, there's 12 things in particular that you could dive into extensively a year, how much would that stretch your perspective about life? And then how much more interesting would that make you as a person, a human being, to connect with and engage with for other people? And then by doing that, how might that help you to be more creative in what you're currently doing? Because you're exposing yourself to new information on a regular basis. I mean, I think I might have brought this tip up in a few talks ago, but just by learning something totally outside of your current jurisdiction, meaning, I decided to turn on a video about how to make slime. I have no interest in making slime at all, right? But I just thought it was fascinating, or I just chose to be fascinated by the making of slime and how you come up with the colors and how you can go into your kitchen and basically find a lot of the products that you need in order to make these different colors and in order to make this goop that they come up with. And then, I saw how the girl was like, she was a DIY expert, so she was making all this stuff with things you could find in your kitchen cabinet. And there was this guy, this entrepreneur, who was saying that, if you make a habit of exposing yourself to new information, especially information that's out of your jurisdiction, something you wouldn't normally pay attention to, it could inspire a different train of thought that could bring new creativity, new innovation into your current space of work. So, for example, learning about slime and how to make these different colors might inspire me to color code how I organize something at my current business. Slightly different, but got it from this random little bit of information. Random fact finding, random creative thinking could bring radical change and innovation into your current space of being. Wow, right? Okay. Najacian, hey babe, welcome to the conversation. Hey Denzel and Matthew, welcome to the conversation. So isn't that powerful? Super, super powerful. Okay, let's see what else I wrote down. Set a new challenge every time. So in order to cure boredom or to alleviate the feeling of unfulfillment in your life, can you set a new challenge for yourself all the time? Like if everybody in this chat right now were to think, just pause for a second and think, what new challenge can I set for myself today that I can go after? And as a matter of fact, if you will, entertain us. Write down what new challenge you can set for yourself today. And this may inspire, somebody else in the chat. So whatever somebody else writes down in our chat today, it may inspire somebody else to think differently about what they are capable of doing or what they might want to try. So will you guys pause right now and just write in the chat, what new challenge can you set for yourself today? Maybe it's something you want to achieve today. Maybe it's something you want to achieve this week. Or is it a new challenge you want to achieve by the end of this month? Or is it something you want to achieve by the end of the year? What new challenge can you set for yourself? What up, y'all? Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. I want to read some of your answers so that we can be inspired. I'm going to let you inspire me and then inspire everybody in the chat. Let's see what kind of time we're working with. Okay. What you got? Hey, Damon. I'm sending love to you. So tell me something, you guys. Tell me what you can challenge yourself with. What new challenge can you set for yourself? Either it's something you want to achieve by the end of today, something you want to achieve by the end of this week, something you want to achieve by the end of this month, something you want to achieve by the end of this year. What would it be? And please share your answers, because that can inspire me and others that are in this chat to think outside of the box, to stretch our perspective about what's possible. Ooh, a Grammy. Work, honey. Okay, so is that what you're saying is your new challenge you're setting for yourself, Eric? Shanika says, I can start looking at prices and spaces for cameras because you want to get into film and photography. Awesome. Awesome. So that's a challenge that you can accomplish today, just looking at cameras and pricing for cameras. Will you do that today, Shanika? I'm calling you out, baby. Jen says, good afternoon. Love you. Oh, love you back, Jen. Thank you. What can you guys, what new challenge can you set for yourself today, everybody? And can you write it down in the chat so that we can all be inspired by it? Let's see. I love your message and everything you stand for. Always have. Going to have to get ready for work now because you're never bored. Church. Let's see. Where I lost you. You stay on the clock. Hello. He says, I stay busy. I ain't got time to be bored. Okay, it's okay because I like to chip away. I'm currently renting, but I'm still young, and the goal is to be a homeowner. It's going to take time, but you're going to chip away. Awesome. Awesome. And if you want to be even more powerful with that, Thaddeus, put yourself on a deadline. So now you've gotten clear you want to be a homeowner. By when? Write it down. And put it someplace that you can see it on a very often basis. Even if you want to, tape it to your bathroom mirror. Make that a goal that you see on a regular basis. And then take a step every day towards making that happen. So if that means you're going to work every day, that's a step. If that means that you're going to start moonlighting, working on the side with another idea to create extra income to get to your deadline sooner or on time, do that. Write your goal down. Give yourself a deadline to be a homeowner. Just see if that pushes you to be more productive in your days. Are you guys saying anything else? Okay. Okay, so the last big mamma jamma I want to share with you about how to alleviate and or eliminate boredom and unfulfillment is to serve others. If you occupy yourself with serving others, there won't be much room for boredom. There won't be much room for a feeling of unfulfillment. Because I can't describe to you how good it feels to help others achieve their goals. To help others see life differently in a way that empowers them and makes them feel more worthy and more capable of achieving what they want to achieve. Serve others. That's one of the biggest things that you can do to be a huge contribution to society, to bring in a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that you can't really pay for. It's just something that you earn from what you do. And it also provides a feeling of purpose, great purpose, because you're helping someone else achieve their goals or live a better life or stretch their perspective in a way that empowers them and brings forth greater joy, greater good. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Oh my goodness, you guys have been talking. Okay, at least 2 times a week, begin to work on at least one dream that you have that seems impossible to finish. I want to have it completed by summer. Awesome. So, Neil, what you can do is get even more acute, get even more pointed with those things that you're saying you want to do in order to have that goal done by summer. What action steps can you put in between now and the summertime that will help you get to your goal? And then once you write those action steps down, put a deadline on each action step. Each action step. Thank you, Gary. Let's see. So now you know that you have this goal. Write down that supposed impossible goal or those supposed impossible goals. And then I want you to put down at least no less than 5 specific action steps that you can take in order to make those goals happen by the summertime. And then one step further, after you write those 5 action steps down or more, but at least 5, no less, put some deadlines next to them. When are you going to have them done? And actually use your superpower of follow through to make it happen. Following through is a superpower, you guys. There lies the difference between the brilliant and the ones who don't come across as brilliant. The seeming brilliant and the ones who don't come across as brilliant is follow through. Taking action. So it's one thing to have the thought. It's another thing to put down the action steps to achieve the thought. It's yet another thing to take the steps, to take action on those thoughts. Yes. Okay. She accepts the challenge. Awesome. Okay, so did you guys have any questions of me before I get out of here? Did you have any hey Bobby, welcome to the conversation. Did you guys have any feedback for me before I get out of here? Did you have any questions that you want me to answer, or did you have any feedback that you want to give me? Hopefully these tips have hey darling, hopefully these tips have helped you and given you, another perspective on how to approach and attack the things that you want in life. I'm going to give you a quick overview while you guys write in the comments whatever you might want to ask me or any feedback you want to give me, good, bad, or indifferent, because this stuff helps me to become a better communicator and a better teacher and a better support for you when I do these talks. Okay, so it's so important that I hear from you. Okay, so recap on how to alleviate or eliminate boredom or a feeling of unfulfillment. We talked about don't get stuck in routines, or don't get stuck in a rut with a routine if you know that routine is working against you, or it's not enabling you to be productive, or it has you experiencing what we called a groundhog day over and over again, that your days start running together. There's no distinction because you're just doing the same thing. You know, that's going to create boredom. That's possibly going to create a feeling of unfulfillment. Okay, so scramble your pattern. Scramble your routine. Do something different. Here we go. Go out more often. Go out more often. Engage life so that it can engage you back. So that you can get enthusiastic about something. So that you can create fulfillment. Our choices, this is one of my favorite quotes, our choices define our destiny. So what you choose for yourself is going to define what you experience. So get out more often. Engage life. Spice things up. What can you do to spice things up? Can you take a cooking class? You know, learn a new skill. Bring that culinary art skill into your home. How happy would your spouse or partner or your kids or just you be? How much of a better party host would you become if you learn to cook, you know, differently, or you stretched in your ability to make different cuisines, or you joined that ballroom dancing class, or, you know, you took that salsa dancing class, or, you know, what are the other things that you could think to do that would spice up your life, that would get you connected to other people in different walks of life and stretch your perspective about what's possible. Let's see. Get new friends. Totally going against the Drake song. He said, no new friends. I say no. Get new friends. Your network is your net worth. We've heard that, right? So powerful, so true. Stretch who you're connected to. Will they elevate your thinking? Get connected with some other champions in life. Let them bring you up. Be brought up by the company that you keep. Let's see. Learn something new every month. I love this idea. You know, write it down. It's so powerful to write stuff down. So if you get 12 boxes or 12 columns, write down in each month, what new thing do you want to learn? What new thing can you dive into for 30 days that's going to stretch who you are and how you approach life, or how you can achieve your goal? What kind of expert can you become if you allowed yourself to learn something new every month? How much more interesting as a human being would you become if you allowed yourself to learn something new every month? What else did we say? Set a new challenge all the time. Neo set a challenge for herself in the chat today. Shanika took us up on a challenge in the chat today. What new challenge can you set for yourself that you want to accomplish by the end of today? Or that you want to accomplish by the end of this week? Or that you want to accomplish by the end of this month or the end of this year? You know, you set the challenge and the parameters, but set new challenges for yourself to keep things interesting in your life, to keep you interesting in your life, and to keep you interested in life, right? And then, of course, the big mamma jamma that is so huge, serve others. Serve others. That can be one of the most fulfilling things that you ever do. Okay, Tracy says, I agree with the quote, I'm living for the moment. And I'm working hard to get a driver's license and fulfill your dreams and career. Great, Tracy. All the best to you with making that happen. Taking bold steps every day. Chipping away. Doing what you need to do. Taking action until you see the results you want to see. Okay. Hey, Ryan. I hope I'm saying that right. Love you back. Sending love to you. Let's see. I'm definitely going to do the challenge. Learn something new every month. Bless up. Say hello to the girls. And Denzel, for me, Denzel was in this conversation. So hopefully he's seeing your hello. And then thank you for continuing to inspire, Eric says. The greatest point from today is to continue to challenge yourself and set a goal for yourself. Yes. Engage the energies of life and never sell yourself short. Yes. Definitely live for love and build company of inspiring people that push your status quo while serving others. You better encapsulate this, sir. Cheers, Rona. I'm not going to say Rhonda. Rona. I accept the challenge and the next Grammy season will be incredible. Woohoo! Love it. Love it. There you have it, folks. I hope you have enjoyed today's talk. To get your week started right, to get your morning started right, I encourage you tomorrow to wake up and win your morning. How we start our day can be a huge indicator of how the day is going to play out. So if you don't have your goals written down, write them down in the morning. Get reacquainted with your goals. Put them at the forefront of your mind. Watch an inspirational video. Listen to some inspirational audio. Pray if prayer is a part of your life. Meditate. Do the uncomfortable. Do what you don't feel like doing if you know it's going to propel you forward into achieving your goal. I'm sending much love to everybody. Wishing you the best week. And I will see you back here next week for Morning Talks with Ro. Have a good one.